Email. This is going to help us remember how to write an email and to remember what an email is. So email or letters. We use email and letters for communication. People write them and they could be formal or informal. But the differences are, in an email it is digital, whereas on a letter it is written on paper. An email is sent immediately through the internet, whereas letters usually have to go through the postal system or be hand delivered, which takes a little bit longer. And an email can be deleted. And in letters, it takes a longer time for us to receive them. So a letter versus email, what do they look like? So in a letter, we usually have a header, which is the address of the person and the date. We have the greeting, which is saying hello to the person you're writing to. We have their body, or the message, which tells why we are writing the letter. And we have a closing, and with our own signature. An email is similar. It has a header, and instead of a home address, we have our email address. We also have who it's going to, the date it was sent, and it has a subject. We have to say what the email is about. Next, we have a greeting. It says hello to the person you're writing to. The message, which is what the email is about, and a closing with a signature from yourself. So here is just a checklist that we should use when we are writing an email. You need to make sure you have a clear, specific subject. A subject is something that introduces what the letter's about. I don't want to write a sentence in there. I want to put the most important words, like homework or math lesson. It must have a greeting or a closing. You're saying hello, and then you're saying goodbye and signing your name. And don't forget, we must use capitals at the beginning of sentences, periods at the end, spaces in between, punctuation, and spaces in between words. So we should try to always have proper capitalization, proper punctuation, and proper spelling. Now, just as a guidelines for writing email. Email, as our technology responsible use agreement says, email is for learning. So if it's not an email, if the topic is not about learning, then we should probably not be writing it. You can talk to your friend in person if that is the case. Then make sure it is clear. Okay? Talk about exactly what you want to say and then be done. Writing complete sentences. Always remember, anyone could see an email. Anyone can be shown an email. So make sure you think about if you wouldn't want your mom, your dad, our principals to see it, then just don't write it. And if you ever wonder, should I do this or should I write this, just don't. Just don't. Okay? You can ask an adult and then do it in person. And then always be kind. So now it's your turn to learn how to do an email. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Google Apps. You can go by the squares and you can go to your Gmail. Go find your Gmail and go into it. And we're going to click on the Compose button. And what you're going to do is you're going to write an email to your English teacher talking about something that you really have enjoyed in class. So, for example, if I were to write to my English teacher, I would start in what we call the by line, the to, and you can start to write your teacher's name. And then in the subject, you can write 1, 2, maybe 3 words that talks about why you're writing the email. So you can say, my favorite subject. Okay, then So now we have our heading, we have what it is about in a few words. We're not going to write anything there, and then we're going to write a greeting. Hello, Miss Lisa, or however your name is. After our greeting, we have a comma, and then we press enter. Okay? And then I can write what I'm going to say. My most enjoyable part of the year has been when we have done number talks in the classroom. Now I can't just write one sentence. A good email has at least 3 sentences. After you finish at least your 3 sentences for your paragraph, you can finish up. So I can say sincerely with a comma after, and then you can write your name. And then you can go ahead at the bottom and press send. After you have pressed send, you can go ahead and work to clean out your inbox and your drive. Make sure that you do not delete anything in your drive that is in Classroom. Okay, don't delete Classroom, but you can delete anything else you have in there. So you're going to then clean out your email and clean out your drive. You may go ahead and go.